and welcome back to the channel. My name is Vanessa and I am a 46-year-old mommy of 3 boys. I live in the south of Morocco and I typically follow a whole foods, high carb, low fat, plant-based diets. But sometimes life gets in the way. So in today's video, I am going to show you everything that I ate this week and I hope that you enjoy. Now let's get into it. Monday morning started out like every other day in my life with a cup of good old French press coffee. And I drink multiple coffees per day, but I gotta say, I think this one is probably my favorite one of all. Shortly after that, I felt like making some cinnamon raisin bread, and I just followed this super simple recipe that I found online, and the bread turned out amazing. So for lunch, I had a piece of that bread with some vegan butter, and a few minutes after that, I was in the mood for some tea and some more bread, which I toasted up and loaded with some peanut butter, and I also added this really good French jam that I love, and this one is made with natural fruit juices. I also added some banana slices to my bread and just put some oat milk in my tea. So I decided to do a little bit of meal prepping for the week, and while I was doing that, my second son Elon came into the kitchen and started playing around with the dogs. And he was hungry as usual, so I decided to make him a sandwich, and it's not because I went whole foods plant-based that I imposed that upon my kids. So I made him a turkey and cheese panini, and he was super grateful for that. And for those who also have teenagers, you know that it's all about the sauce, and this is the one that my son likes. For dinner that night, I decided to make a vegetable curry, so I just sauteed some onion and garlic and then added in my spices. And then I added the vegetables as well as some potatoes. I also added water and coconut milk and brought it up to a boil. Once it was cooked, I mixed it up a little bit just to thicken it up, and I also made some rice on the side. So this is my dinner. I added some spinach and some pepper and lemon juice, and that was a great meal. On Tuesday, I woke up to this beautiful sunrise. For lunch, I decided to make myself some tortillas with the meal prep that I had done the day before. And in hindsight, I probably should have spread the leftover curry before I added the lentils and the tender wheat grains, but that's okay. While my burritos were heating up, I decided to make a small salad with spinach, cherry tomatoes, and some red onion. I topped it up with some Dijon dressing, salt and pepper, and that was super yummy. For dinner that night, I decided to make a very quick tomato sauce, so I just blended up some cherry tomatoes with tomato puree, a little bit of tomato paste, and that was all blended up in my blender. After that was done, I just heated it up on the stovetop and I added in some spices. While the sauce was cooking, I made some pasta and I also made some garlic bread for my kids, as well as a green salad with some onion. I added the same dressing as usual, and here you can see our huge meal because we are a big family. All right, I'm gonna make a quick lunch because I have a lot of things to do today. I have some paperwork. It's my second son's birthday tomorrow, so I have to wrap some of his little presents. And tonight I have a full house because I have all of my boys here with +1s and everything, so we're gonna be quite a lot. It's gonna be hectic for me to film everything, but I will show you what I'm having for lunch now and later on what I'm gonna have for dinner as well. Let's go. All right, so this is gonna be my lunch, super quick, not very pretty, not very Instagram worthy, but it is gonna be delicious and nutritious, and most of all, hold me over until dinner time. My son Sasha loves these little peanut butter jelly bites, so I decided to make some for him today. For dinner that night, I was just making a crunchy Asian salad with a peanut butter sauce, and for the sauce, I just blended up all of my ingredients together and put it into a mason jar. And these are my ingredients for the fried rice that I will make to go with that. All right, and here is the final version of my fried rice with no oil, obviously. And then when we'll be ready to eat, I will top it off with these green onions to give it some extra flavor and some crunch. So I think this is gonna be really good with the Asian salad. And bless my dear family for all being okay that I film. I mean, seriously guys, how amazing are these people? Good morning, everyone. It is Thursday today, and last night was so much fun. Spent the evening with my family. I had 2 glasses of wine. It was really nice. I always love it when all of my boys are around and when they bring their girlfriends and we're all together. It's just so amazing. So anyway, I woke up, did my workout, had some coffee and all that, and now I am ready to have my breakfast/lunch. And I'm just gonna make a quick oatmeal. It's gonna be super simple. I'm feeling some oats and that's it. So let me show you. I cooked my oats in almond milk and just added banana and some of my jam. For dinner that night, I had a very simple meal with the 50-50 plate with half zucchini and half roasted potatoes. It was really good. To top off my plate, I added some hummus for extra protein. Last night, I made some overnight oats with oats and cinnamon, some ground flaxseed, pumpkin seeds, and some coconut milk. And that is what I had for my lunch today. It was nice and creamy. I also added my favorite fruit of the moment, a kaki, and sprinkled some cinnamon on top. Dinner tonight was a homemade pizza with homemade dough and a bunch of vegetables on it. And then once that was layered, I sprinkled some salt and added some capers. I also had to make another one because, as you know, we eat a lot here. And this was my meal tonight. I made a side salad for me as well. Delish! I also had a cup of coffee, and if my sister-in-law is watching this video, she's gonna see that I stole her mug. On Saturday, I actually made my lunch super early in the morning because I wasn't going to be home that day when it was time for me to eat. So I just made myself a burrito and an avocado sandwich, and I decided to toast them both up because I like my sandwiches toasted. And then I put everything into a box. I also sliced up some carrots and cucumber, and I brought with me a green apple. Alright, I am back from my day, and now it's time for me to make dinner. The only thing is, I don't have any plans for dinner tonight, so I'm just gonna have to check in my fridge and see what we have. Alright, let's go see what we have in the fridge. Oh gosh. do something with these. Yep, that's what I'm, oh, nice. This goes in the trash. All right, I think I might just end up doing something with these aubergines. All right, let me think about it. I'll be right back. Okay, this is what we're gonna be working with for dinner. So I have all of my aubergine, which I just chopped up, and then I found 3 little zucchinis or courgettes in my fridge as well. I also found 2 baby carrots. I have 1 chopped onion, some cilantro or coriander, as we call it here, and a little bit of garlic, as well as some bouillon cubes. We have this famous sauce magie. If any of you are French out there, you will know what I'm talking about. This gives everything really good flavor. And then I have a little bit of tomato paste. This big boy does not go into the dinner, obviously. It is my cup of coffee. And yes, I am an evening coffee drinker. That's just how it is. So I am just gonna throw everything in a pan, and I'm gonna just end up making like this, I don't know, vegetable. I'm just gonna make it as a little stew, and then I'll probably serve it with some spaghetti for my son Sasha, because it's only him and I tonight anyhow. Thank gosh, because seriously, my older kids would have never eaten this. Okay, so here we have the veggies, and they're almost cooked, not all the way through yet, but it's looking pretty good. And like I said, I think that I'm just gonna make some spaghetti for Sasha. And for me, I think that I'm gonna go with some frozen lentils that I have, but I don't remember if I have any or not, so let's go check. In my other fridge. All right. Oh yeah, cool. All right, well here, I have some frozen lentils. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do for me. So here is my dinner. It's gonna be perfect. I have the veggies, and then underneath I have the lentils that I just reheated up. So bon appétit à moi. On Sunday for lunch, I decided to make a tofu scramble with some spinach on the side. And look at how the spinach just cooks down. It's incredible. I put almost the entire bag, and this was a big bag. It doesn't look like it's big here on camera, but it was a really big bag. And this is all that I got, like a tiny bit. So, you know, whatever. I added some sriracha sauce to my scramble, as well as some homemade bread. And for dinner, I had some vegan pesto lasagna, which was incredible. So there you have it, guys. Thank you so much for watching my first What I Eat in a Week video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel.